let it fly. Time to 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 let it fly.
Greetings, everyone. 2K Sports brings you the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brett Berry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. Western Conference battles, always fun. This time it's the San Antonio Spurs intent on protecting home court. And this matchup with Los Angeles, hard to believe, just the first game of the NBA's 82-game regular season schedule. They were dominated last year, not a good matchup for them, going 1-3 in the season series.
Yeah, and they're hoping for a better showing against this club this season. Last year they came out on the losing end.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. Setting the floor for the Clippers, we've got Jeremy Lin. Jokic is up there with Hollis Jefferson. Then there's Horford. And it's Connaughton in at the two spot. And it's good for two. A lot of experienced veterans in tonight's game, which brings up a question, Brent. We often see freshmen dominate in college. But it usually takes years for someone to have that same domination in the pros. Why the difference?
I don't know, Kevin. You've been watching the last 4 or 5 years. Doesn't it feel like the young guys are coming in and doing damage right away?
I see them exactly. Their fingerprints have never been more bold and impactful than right now.
I agree. The last decade has shown some of the incredible talent and young talent that the league has been able to find, and they've come in and done a remarkable job with each of their opportunities.
Now Lin, after the missed three from Stephen Curry. Dish out to Ingram. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. And Brandon Ingram, the second overall pick in 2016 out of Duke. What do you make of his rookie season?
You know, very much a work in progress. You have to remember how young he is. Didn't turn 19 until 3 months before the draft. And he's still rail thin. So he's got a chance to improve very quickly over the next few seasons as his body continues to mature.
Lin's shot is off.
Oh, and the D did not make that any easier. Can't fault the shooter for missing. That's a tough shot.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. Passes it to Horford. Lin kicks to Connaughton. Fires the three. And the Clippers miss again.
And 1 for 5 is a tough way to start the game, Kevin. They got to get it going. And that's a rare sight. Usually shooters make the defense pay when they're that lackadaisical.
San Antonio's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. And Bazemore kicks to Pachulia. 5 to shoot. Curry outside. And it's Jokic with the rebound. The Clippers in the lead. Left side, Lin. From 15 feet away. And that one is good. Lin's got his second basket of the night.
And this team trusts Lin to play within the offense. He's very good at taking high-quality shots.
Outside for Curry. Bazemore for three. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Ingram comes with the double team. Lynn kicks to Connaughton. From outside, off the mark. San Antonio's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Clippers have gone just 2 of 8 shooting so far, just 25%. And for the Spurs last season, falling short of their goal of winning another title. But Greg Popovich, Brent, still called it a great season.
Well, they had their second most wins ever under Pop last year. 7 new players to integrate. In the first year without rock-solid, steady force Tim Duncan down there on the low block. Did have some injuries late down the stretch, and they can look back on another season where they gave their best effort and put themselves in position to get another NBA championship.
Gonzalez Jefferson. San Antonio with the rebound. Curry. Pachulia dishes to Curry. From deep. Look at that shot.
Oh, man, he did not just do that.
How did that go in? Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And that one's good from Connaughton.
I see you, young fella. Nice answer there.
Yeah, look out. We got a long-range duel about to happen. There are times where you have to play with a little bit more caution. It's already his second foul in the first quarter.
1:16 left to play in the first quarter. Bazemore passes to Pachulia. Horford with the block.
Al Horford positioning himself perfectly and swats that shot away.
The Spurs have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far.
Yeah, and over the course of the season, they're a respectable 78%. That comes in handy in close games.
And last season, you'll recall, Brent, Doc Rivers challenged. Oh!
No way. Well, Curry plays with such incredible rhythm and joy, not just in how he shoots the basketball, but really enjoys passing it as well.
Now here's Lynn. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Here's Curry. They lead by 1. There's 38 seconds left to play here in the first. Ingram kicks to Curry. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Horford. Shot clock at 5. They double team Curry. Pachulia, good.
Now, Pachulia's a big guy, and when he's near the rim, that's where big guys score.
Lynn against Curry. High post shot. Will not go. This is off the front iron.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
Nice recognition from Steph Curry there. Sees the space to shoot into the paint and then took full advantage.
And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Now the second quarter getting ready to start. Spurs leading by 5. We've got Terrence Jones. He's out there with Carter. Simmons is out there with Olynyk. And it's Van Vliet in the 1 spot. So that's who San Antonio starts the second with. Olynyk can't hit. The Clippers shooting only 31%. Their offense really struggling to put possessions together. Harris passes to Adebayo. The shot, no good. Excellent D that time from Jones. Van Vliet kicks to Olynyk. And the dunk by Olynyk.
And among 7-footers, Olynyk is in the conversation for best ball handlers. He's that good.
And Harris wide open. He shoots. Buries it from three-point range. Harris has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. Pass to Olynyk. He feeds it to Jones. Here's Van Vliet, guarded by Harris. 6 on the shot clock. Olynyk. It's Adebayo with the rebound.
Well, Clippers and bad luck seem to go hand in hand. Just some tough breaks during the postseason for this franchise over the past couple of seasons. Consistently matching up with tough teams in the playoffs and not ever quite getting over the hump.
Both teams will make substitutions. Curry kicks to Hibbert. Dishes it to Olynyk. Hibbert with the screen. Curry with a wide open look. Buries it from three-point range. Curry's got the lead up to 7 now for the Spurs. And to add to the Clippers' woes, when they've been poised to be a contender, they've had to face some of the all-time great teams like the Warriors and the San Antonio Spurs.
Yeah, it feels like that's the right spot for the Clippers to be, right, Kevin? I mean, for so many decades that the team, as soon as it found a competitive championship caliber roster, would end up facing foes that they did. Not only that, they had some injuries that set them back as well. So close, but not ever able to get over the hump.
Wasted no time on that one. Now just a 2-point Spurs lead.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
And the basket by Olynyk.
Back at you. That's payback for the three on the other end.
A little mano-a-mano there, entertaining, but you also want to keep your teammates involved.
Harris kicks to Bullock from outside the arc. Rebound by Olynyk. Spurs leading by 5. From deep three-point range. Another miss by Curry.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. From beyond the arc and then some. Curry's got 11 points. Brent, every team's looking for skilled bigs who can hit the three, defend the perimeter, pull out other bigs. At what point do we start seeing 6'9", 6'10", 6'11" guards? I guess we're kind of getting a glimpse of that now.
Yes, with apologies to Magic Johnson and what he was able to do through his career with the Lakers. Those guys are all throughout the league already. I mean, we've already hit that mark, Kevin, where we're seeing some of these guys do extraordinary things in terms of their skill with the basketball in open space. Thank you, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, and Brandon Ingram. I find it amazing, though, don't you?
I really do. And to say that the game is not better than it was, watching what these young players are capable of, and I'm just talking purely in terms of their skill. The game has come a long way. Happy to see it.
Agile play to get his hand in there and get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
In the corner, Hollis Jefferson. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
Yeah, it just seems whatever they do, nothing's working right now to stop the bleeding.
I still think there's a chance you string a couple of big plays together and the tide can turn very quickly.
Pass to Horford. The basket good off the assist from Lynn. Horford's got it back down to single digits for Los Angeles.
And they are absolutely stroking it from beyond the arc.
They double him with Horford. And here's Olynyk from the arc. Hits the three-point bomb. Olynyk's got a pair of triples in the second now for the Spurs. Lynn kicks to Horford. Jokic high post. Right side Lynn. That three off the mark.
He seems to be forcing just a little bit out there. He needs to play a little calmer, a little smarter, with a little bit more poise if they're going to win this one.
Looking at Los Angeles, they want to turn it around after the loss to Miami. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. The pass to Hollis Jefferson. Inside. Here's Connaughton. The Clippers keep it alive. Passes it to Hollis Jefferson. It's stolen by Curry. And so it's San Antonio. Up by a dozen here at the end of the... Now we're getting back. Spurs leading by 12.
Yeah, and Steph Curry, you know, maybe not putting up the numbers he did from that impressive MVP campaign.
No, that just happened.
And really, Lynn has a terrific feel for this offense. Just seems to know whenever one of his guys is open.
The Clippers shooting their first free throw of the night. Spurs shooting at a decent 44% clip here. Curry kicks to Gordon. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 4 assists in the game.
Such a light touch on that finger roll. Classic move there.
Lynn kicks to Connaughton. Picked by Horford. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Back to Lynn. Shot clock at 5. Here's Jokic. No good. Excellent D there from Pachulia.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Clippers trail by 11. Lynn the pass to Connaughton. Back to Lynn. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. He kicks it to Lynn. Pass to Connaughton. Here's the 3. He can't get that one to fall. And the Spurs going the other way now. Next up on the docket, the Bucks following this one. There's the feed to Pachulia. Good. Pachulia's got his second bucket tonight.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
Well, on the defensive end, this is a joke. The lack of awareness is exactly why this team is so far behind.
A nice shot by Lynn.
And Lynn is just fearless, always looking to get as close to the bucket as he can.
Curry on the wing. 11 points in the game. And the refs are going to rule that unnecessary contact. It's a flagrant 1 foul.
And, Kevin, that's a pretty dangerous play right there. I mean, I don't like to see a player put an opponent in harm's way, as much as you just saw him do there. Glad they pinned a flagrant on him.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. The officials were all over it. They weren't going to let him off the hook that time. We all know it takes stars to win championships, Brent, but it also takes a lot of support. In your opinion, who are some of the NBA's better role players? Guys that don't have to be on the marquee, can be on the side, but still are contributors.
A couple guys come to mind, Kevin, and I'm thinking about last year, the way that Eric Gordon took the role of coming off the bench for the Houston Rockets and had a tremendous season for them. Kind of a selfless act for a guy who had started most of his career and was injury-plagued. That opportunity, and maybe that selfishness had some karma behind it, and he had a great season. Another guy I would say is Cameron Payne, a guy that just has a great energy and a great spirit, looking for his opportunity, always excited to get to the game. But those are the kind of guys you need. Yeah. Energy, excited to be there, and every night are going to give it to you. And I'll throw Patty Mills in the mix as well. Those kind of guys with unbridled spirit, great role players to have.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Spurs' Greg Popovich talked about developing players. He said, our method is usually tough love. I don't think coddling works, and beating them to death mentally doesn't work either. You give them a clear picture of what's demanded, show care, understand what makes them tick. If that doesn't get through, you get rid of them. Kevin?
And the military background of Popovich plays a part in this way of thinking, David. It's why the Spurs have been so successful for so many years. And the Spurs making a change here. Hibbert's checked in. Spurs leading by 15. He dishes it to Curry. Outside Gordon. Feeds it to Ingram. Here's Curry. Lets it go from the wing. The Clippers have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. To the wing right side. Hibbert on the double team. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Roy Hibbert picks one up. The Clippers shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. And Greg Popovich has led the Spurs to the playoffs in all 20 of the full seasons he's coached the team. But you know what, Brent? He always gives his players the credit.
Well, Pop knows that the players are the ones who deserve all of the accolades. There's no doubt that there's an appreciation for the way that Pop continues to put his team and each member of the team into situations where they collectively can compete every year. And it's not about just competing for the playoffs, Kevin. I'm talking about competing for titles. What a run that Greg Popovich has been on.
And not a good shot for him. They can get better looks than that. Curry kicks it to Bazemore. Back to Curry. But they recover it. Puts up a 3. From downtown. Curry with another miss.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Fires the jumper from the corner and nails it. Spurs leading by 13. Kicks it to Bazemore. There's the pick. 3-pointer. And Curry the bucket on the assist by Bazemore. Bazemore's got 3 assists tonight.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from 3-point range.
Here's Harris. That one's not going to go. Great tee that time from Hibbert. San Antonio's gone 3 of 7 from 3-point range here in quarter number 3. To the inside. Deflects the pass.
The knowledge that Ingram possesses, well aware that the D is going to hack him in these situations.
The Spurs shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. No good on the second free throw. And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here.
And I like this timeout. You're getting terrible rim protection right now.
Well, you got to ask your team to give you a little bit more effort because there's just not a lot of fire on the defensive end.
Yeah, he needs to tell his guys to just box out with some energy. That's basic basketball. They've been lazy on the backboard and have allowed way too many second chance points.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
And he's probably looking at some matchups on the floor he'd like to take advantage of.
Now, I'm interested in what he's seeing and then what kind of play they run coming out of this timeout.
Clippers trail by 17. Up top, Lynn. 6 points for him. And it's Connaughton missing. Simmons inside the line. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits. And we're rolling here again with the 4th quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. And Los Angeles guys shooting 38% from the field. A pretty weak showing for them. They've got Simmons. Terrence Jones out there with Olynyk. Then there's Carter. And it's Van Vliet in at the point. That's the San Antonio 5. And the layup's good off the glass. That's 12 points for Kelly Olynyk.
And really, the improvement as a finisher is noticeable for Kelly Olynyk.
Back to Lynn. And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession.
Some turnovers necessary. That one, not so much.
So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. Spurs leading by 16.
Side out. You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
So it's San Antonio now. They led the game at 1 point by 20. And Bazemore kicks to Pachulia. Back to Bazemore. Picked by Pachulia. And stolen by Horford.
That's a bad miscue, but I think they've done a really good job keeping control of the ball throughout the game.
Outside, Lynn. Jokic with this screen on Curry. And it's Brandon Ingram with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Just over a minute played here in the 4th. Picked by Horford. 5 on the clock. And stolen by Bazemore.
And that's a couple of very shaky possessions in a row. One turnover right after the other.
Here's Connaughton. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down. Try to get some easy ones.
Curry kicks to Pachulia. Back to Curry. Horford with the rebound.
Oh, the D did just enough to keep him from scoring. Thought that was in for sure.
Lynn against Curry. In a wide open look for Lynn. And Pachulia pulls it down. Pachulia's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Not a fan of those kinds of passes.
San Antonio calls timeout. We see it so often. A player will languish in one system, then flourish in another. Brent, during your 14-year career, which coach's system fit you the best?
Well, I think my years in Seattle, we opened up the offense a little bit and had the opportunity to play more of a point off guard. But I also enjoyed the structure of what Greg Popovich's system in San Antonio offered up as well. It's always interesting, Kevin, with players who are languishing on benches for other ball clubs, how general managers start to assess whether that guy can be part of something great if they were to bring him in. I had the opportunity to play for a lot of great coaches and thought that I mixed up my game enough to make it a long career.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Now the dish to Bazemore. He's looking for Gordon and finds him. Outside for Curry. Back to Gordon. To the paint. Here's Olynyk. And he finishes nicely on the layup. And the Spurs lead by 18.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
A nice shot by Lynn.
Just wonderful form on the J from Lynn, dropping it in the face of the D. Oh, Kev, he put some anger behind that one.
You're telling me. Got that bucket in no time at all. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. And it's sent back by Jokic.
Deceptive reach from Jokic there, swatting that shot away using those long arms.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
Terrific anticipation using the hands. How are you not protecting the basketball in that situation?
Curry dishes to Ingram. Just 5 to shoot. Shot on the wing. And the shot no good, a bit short.
And since halftime, he has just been ice cold. Just can't seem to get anything to go his way.
San Antonio leading by 14. He feeds it to Curry. Gordon a screen. Bazemore on the wing. Here's the screen. Curry outside. And the three ball is good. Curry's got 9 points now in just the second half.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Spurs.
And as we watch the game wind down, you have to look back at all the second-chance points these guys generated.
Yeah, they clearly won the second-chance points category. Possession after possession, we watched them go after the ball and make misses turn into makes.
And so this will now translate to 14 wins on the season.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Steph Curry.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
And Steph Curry with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. 44 seconds left in the fourth. And there's the pass to Connaughton. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Lynn against Curry. Passes it to Connaughton. Back to Lynn. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry.
Playing with lots of energy here, trying to cause turnovers.
Yeah, even though he doesn't come up with the steal, that kind of deflection will disrupt the rhythm of this offensive possession.
And the Clippers miss again.
You know, not sure if it's him or the defense, but just something's off tonight.
Well, something in this frame for sure, but when you're out of rhythm, sometimes it's better to play the role of being the facilitator.
And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
Thank you. It's up. Western Conference battle at the FedEx Forum in downtown Memphis as the Grizzlies look to work the home court advantage. Buckle yourselves in, everybody. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, and beside me, Greg Anthony and Steve Smith. David Aldridge joins us on the sidelines. The Clippers looking for a strong start to this road trip.
And you have to view this as an opportunity. Oftentimes on those short road trips, you really want to take care of your business, show you can win those games on the road, and keep that momentum.
And the Clippers starting five. They've got Horford. Jokic is out there with Hollis Jefferson. Then it's Jeremy Lin. And it's Connaughton in at the two-guard spot. Here's Connaughton. 5 on the clock. Here's Lin. Well, Smitty, we have a fantastic matchup between two of the top centers in the league right in front of us here. It's a throwback to an era of an earlier time when big men were dominant in this league.
Kevin, I remember those days when you just sat down, you wanted to see Shaq versus Ewing, Akeem versus David Robinson. Those were fun. Yes, as a guard, we had matchups. But, you know, that was different. Those were the big man battles. Yes. I miss those days.
I do, too. Here's Williams. The feed to Warren. To the inside. Here's Cousins. And Cousins throws it down.
And he is a power player down low. If there's nobody there to stop him, Boogie's going to destroy that rim.
And stolen by Darren Williams. The dish to Cousins. Now the pass to Kaminsky. And stolen by Horford. And stolen by Darren Williams. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes played. Here's Cousins. And he banks in the layup. Cousins has got his second bucket.
And not a fun assignment, trying to contain Cousins inside.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
And you'll hear some say the sleeper of that 2015 draft was Rondé Hollis Jefferson. I mean, a fractured ankle his rookie season limited him to just those 29 games. But when healthy, he's shown he can be a force defensively.
Right there, Darren, with the elite court vision. He has so many ways to hurt you on the offensive end.
No good from Connaughton. On the wing, Brown. Defended by Lin. Brown kicks to Cousins. To the middle. Williams dishes to Cousins. 6 on the shot clock. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Yeah, and they're just hitting 20% of their shots. It's a rough start to this game.
Now here's Williams. He dishes it to Cousins. Kicks to Kaminsky. And stolen by Horford. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Now here's Kaminsky. Jokic defending. Cousins with a screen for Williams. Passes it to Cousins. Jokic with the steal. Hollis Jefferson passes to Connaughton. Williams against Lynn. No good there. Excellent D there from Williams. And there's a whistle. That goes on Jeremy Lin. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
And the Grizzlies leading by 5. Pass to Cousins. And Cousins throws it down.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Right side, Lin. Jokic kicks to Lin. Pass to Connaughton. Back to Lin. Clock at 4. Drops one in from the wing.
That's a shot he shouldn't be afraid to take more often.
Well, you knew with all the potential free agents with the Clippers last offseason, they could look different this year. And you can't avoid change, as we all know, in the NBA.
You're so right, Kevin. A very different team makeup now for the Clippers. Hard to replace a player like Chris Paul. We'll see what this new look roster can do.
The turnaround J. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Dishes to Bullock. There's the pick. Back to Harris. He kicks it to Bullock. The pass to Adebayo. There's the 3. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt. Memphis leading. Here's Kaminsky. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams. Kaminsky's got his first points in this one.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And stolen by Cousins. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. Memphis shooting their first free throw of the night.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
Kaminsky. The kick out to Williams. And the wide open shot from Warren. And all around the rim that time before dropping in.
And Williams knows how to sing passes over to his guys. Terrific at finding them in their spots.
DeMarcus Cousins, he's been the guy making things happen for Memphis. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We've got more in store for you right after this. And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. Clippers trail by 8. Taking a look at Los Angeles. They've got Devin Harris. Adebayo is out there with Jones. Then there's Reggie Bullock. Harris with him. Williams picks him up. There's the 3. That shot off. The Los Angeles Clippers come into this one following a loss to the Boston Celtics. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession.